Hi YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got a car video, obviously, in the car. Last night we went 2 and 1. Our ride of the day, Sadiq Bey Cast. We'll give the shout out here. The voice is failing me this morning, but ride of the day was from Clutch City Sports. Clutch City Sports shout out, ride of the day, Sadiq Bey, under 16.5. I actually got it at under, I think, 17.5. Sadiq Bey finishes with 13 points. Cha-ching, we cashed that one. We also had Durant's under in rebounds. And then Jay Crowder finishes with the 9 points. We just needed another bucket from him, but did not get it. But 2-1 night, positive night, wositive night. No one really looked like they went off in the comments, so we have no hashtag of the day shout out today. I didn't see any unless I missed it. I totally could have missed it, but didn't see any positive nights in the comments with the hashtag of the day. But we will give a new hashtag at the end of the video here for today's video if you guys want to shout out. But the ride of the day that we just shouted out, Clutch City Sports, guys, just use hashtag ride of the day in the comments and pick a player prop, and I might be jumping on board with a player prop that you guys give me in the comments. And here we are again in the car recording. And there's just so many people walking by. It's so distracting. But we persevere. We persevere on this channel. Guys, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and then stay tuned for the comments for the hashtag of the day if you guys want to get shouted out in tomorrow's video. Also, before we get into the games, got to shout out the Discord. The Discord, I love the community we're building over there, guys. In the pinned comment will be the link to the Discord if you want to talk some NBA betting and NBA picks and whatnot. But let's get into it here. We go through each and every game, and we have a lot of games today on March 16th. A lot of games. We go through each and every game. I give you my lean. I give you where my head's at. But in the pinned comment, my final plays will live. So make sure to check that throughout the day. We're starting off with the Hornets taking on the Hawks here. The Hornets 1.5 point favorites at home. You know what we call the Hawks on the road. They are the Atlanta Pigeons. These teams just played a month or so ago, and Atlanta took it to Charlotte. But tonight, I think we might see a different story here. The Hornets have coming off 2 straight wins. Atlanta's off 3 straight wins. Neither one of these teams has beat up on any good teams in those games. The Pelicans and OKC for Charlotte, and the Clippers and Indiana for Portland, or Clippers, Indiana, and Portland for Atlanta here. We're going to lean Charlotte. I think that this team looks like, you know, they could be back to what they were doing earlier in the year. They're 4-2 in their last 6 games against the spread, which we love to see. And this Hawks team against the spread in their last 5 games on the road, 0-5. So we're leaning Hornets here, minus 1.5 points. Next up, Wizards, plus 5.5 here on at home against Denver. This Denver team 32-37 against the spread this season. In the last 10, though, they are 7-3 straight up, playing decent basketball. But they were covering a little bit better just a couple weeks ago here. Last time these teams played were way back in December, and Washington kept it close. Denver did end up with the win, but in their last 5, Denver is 1-4 against the spread. They're not playing as well as they could have, as well as they were. Aaron Gordon's questionable tonight for them. In Washington, no new injuries there. I still think we lean the better team here. I think that we lean Denver. They're coming off that good win against Philly, so I think we lean Denver. I think they might be riding a little bit of a high and carrying that momentum, and I think 5.5 points, especially if Gordon is a go, I don't think 5.5 points is asking too much of them. All right, next up, Cavs getting 4 points here at home against the Sixers. I like this game for the Sixers. It is tough. It's interesting. I've seen a lot of predictions and whatnot saying that the Cavs win this game outright. I don't like that. I like the idea of the Sixers internalizing that tough loss against the Nuggets last time out and really taking it to the Cavs here. And these two teams played earlier in March, and Philly covered here. So I'm looking at Philly -4. Keep an eye. This has a chance to be a final play in the pinned comment. Excusez-moi. But yeah, we're going to lean Philly here, -4. No notable injuries on the Philly side of things, too, which is really good to note. When they're healthy, I think that they look good. I don't think people are giving them credit for some of the games that they've won. They have been a little bit inconsistent in the last week or so, but that Philly team is so talented to bet against here. Rondo's downgraded to out, by the way, for Cleveland. All right, next up, we have the Nets taking on the Mavericks here. Nets, 1.5 point underdogs at home. We all saw what they did last night. Kyrie absolutely went off, dropping 60. I do think that this Mavericks team's playing really good basketball. Like, we can't deny that. They are 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games. Last time these teams played was way back in December. Brooklyn won by 3. But this Mavs team, 8-2 against the spread. I think they catch Brooklyn on a back-to-back here. We're going to lean the away team there, Mavericks, -1.5 points. That one's a tough one. This one is if you like the Brooklyn Nets in this game, I don't think I could talk you off of it. So this is going to be a Mavericks game or a nothing game for me. But I'm not too confident. You guys know I'm very, very transparent on the channel. I'm not too confident in that game. All right, Knicks, 11-point favorites over the Blazers. And if we could siren the alarms here, or sound the alarms, whatever the hell the saying is, this is a psycho game. This Trailblazers team so confusing and so bad, but this Knicks team I still don't totally believe in or trust. So this one I'm staying off of. This Knicks team, yes, they have been covering like crazy 6 games in a row, but to lay 11 points when I feel like you haven't been playing that great of basketball is a tough ask. So I'm staying away from this game for sure. Psycho alert game. Let me know in the comments if you guys have this game. All right, Minnesota taking on the Lakers here. Minnesota 9-point favorites. I think you just got to lean Minnesota here at home. This terrible Lakers team, 2-8 straight up in their last 10, 2-8 against the spread as well. And Minnesota's 8-2 against the spread here. So I think we're just leaning the better team. This is really a lean for me. A lot of injuries to look at here. Edwards is probable. Beverly's questionable. LeBron's questionable. Howard's probable. A lot of injuries to look at. This is a tough one. It's similar to that Knicks score. It's like, yes, I know the Lakers are absolutely in turmoil and stink, but do you lay 9 points as the Timberwolves? That is the lean. That is the lean for me, but I don't know if we get there and push the final submit bet button there. But keep an eye on the pinned comment. Next up, the Rockets getting 11 points here at home against the Suns. I like the Suns in this one. Very similar. We don't have to spend too much time on it. This Rockets team just is not playing good basketball. The only teams that they've beat recently were LA and then that crazy win against Memphis that, obviously give them credit for that one. But no, this Rockets team has completely, in my opinion, given up on basketball. So we're gonna lean Suns there, minus the points. All right, the rumbling, covering Thunder taking on the Spurs here. The Thunder are getting 14 points on the road. This Thunder team, you guys know, for whatever reason, I seem to bet the Thunder more and more and more, and somehow they do end up covering for us. So for whatever reason, I think we're leaning Thunder again, plus 14 points. I don't know what my affiliation is with this Thunder team. It's not the smartest move, I can admit that. But 14 points against a team like the Spurs that I don't necessarily think is that great. I'm leaning Thunder here, plus 14. I'd love to see them keep that game close. All right, Jazz, 6-point favorites over the Bulls. This is a very interesting game. Zach LaVine is upgraded to probable. Utah's going to be without Bogdanovich. This Utah team has not looked very good against the spread for sure. They are, in their last 10 games against the spread, 2-7-1. But the Chicago team has not been great against the spread either. But LaVine is a go. I think I'm going to take the points and go the road underdog here with the Bulls. All right, next up we have the Warriors hosting my Boston Celtics. Celtics getting 3 points. Celtics team has been on a roll. Obviously, they lost that game against Dallas, a heartbreaking loss. But before that, they were on an absolute tear. I'm going to lean Celtics. You guys know I'm really biased towards the Celtics. I say that in every single video when the Celtics are playing. And you guys get mad in the comments that I'm just biased towards my home team. Well, it is what it is. I'm not going to bet against the Celtics, and I do like this spot for the Celtics. So I'm probably going to be taking the Celtics, and they've actually been cashing for us lately, which is crazy. All right, a couple more games here before we get into those, guys. I'm going to ask you guys to hit that subscribe button. Check out the link in the pinned comment. That is the Discord link. Come say hi. What's up? Talk some basketball. Head over there. And we'll also we'll give the hashtag of the day for today's comments in the next couple minutes here. But we got the Kings hosting the Bucks. Kings getting 8.5-point favorites. This Kings team surprised me last time out. They got that win against Chicago, which we were on the wrong side of. Milwaukee coming off a win against Utah. This Milwaukee team seems like they're playing some good basketball, and 8.5 points doesn't seem like it's asking too much. I'm going to lean Milwaukee. All right, last game of the night, we have the Clips hosting the Raptors here. Raptors, 1.5 favorites here on the road, and both these teams have kind of surprised me in multiple ways. Like this Raptors team now 4-game win streak. The Clippers before that, at the beginning of end of February, beginning of March, 4-game win streak. Both these teams are very similar in my mind. If I give a little caveat here, if Van Vliet plays, I'm leaning Raptors. If he does not play, he's questionable right now. If he does not play, I'm going to lean Clippers. But that's going to wrap it up for the predictions portion of the video, guys. One last shout out for the hashtag Ride of the Day. Give me a player prop, and I might be jumping on board with you guys. So keep an eye on the comments for the hashtag Ride of the Day. We are hitting right now. I know Gorilla has been on absolute fire. We rolled with Clutch City last night, and that cash, guys. I love the community we're building. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in to each and every video. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. The hashtag of the day, hashtag fire. We got to catch a little bit of fire here. So hashtag fire. We have been on fire. We had a bad Monday night. Tuesday, positive, winning, but hashtag fire. If you don't know what the hashtag of the day is, guys, all you got to do is use hashtag fire in the comments. Give me a rundown of your plays. And if you guys have a winning night, a positive night, like we like to say around here, a positive night, you guys have a chance to be shouted out in tomorrow's video. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Let's make those pockets a little bit heavier. Peace out.